Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Assalatu wassalamu ala rasulihil kareem wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man istanna bi sunnatihi ila yawmiddin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So today, like yesterday, we did a few ayah, and the content was more. So inshallah ta'ala today the content is very less. So it's just all of the ayahs, there's 6 ayahs, but the content is almost the same thing. But today is the important thing. What surah we are doing today? Suratul Baqarah. Alhamdulillah. And the meaning of Baqarah is the cow. So today we'll talk about the incident of Bani Israel about the cow. Why this surah is called Baqarah? This incident is so important that Allah, named it, or Rasulullah named it with the name of the incident Baqarah. But remember one thing, that Baqarah, that the cow was also mentioned before this, but not the word Baqarah. There's another word that was a young calf, like like a small baby cow, you can say, and they start worshipping that cow. So this is the reason it was not named with that one, but this time it's Baqarah, the cow, and we'll talk about the incident. So I will talk about the incident first very shortly, then I will go through the ayah, because the ayah are organized in a different way, because Allah tell them the reason later on. So what basically happened, as you all know, how many tribes were there under Musa alayhi salam? 12 tribes, alhamdulillah. And then also these 12 tribes had 12 different type of waters. What was the reason? Because they don't want to fight each other, so that there is no dispute among each other. But even after that, because this kind of people, by the time you already know what kind of people are these people, Bani Israel, they're asking questions, they are not satisfied of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving them. So they are impatient and everything. So they had a problem between them. What was the problem? One of the tribe men killed another person from another tribe. So a man was murdered, and nobody knows what happened, who murdered this. So the guy who murdered, he hid himself basically. So one tribe is blaming other tribe, another tribe is blaming other. You killed him. He said, no, you killed him. So they had a dispute, and the dispute is going so and so and so. It was about to raise a war, like a civil war between all of them. So they're going crazy about this thing, because the man who died, it is very important. So they need to find out who was the murderer and what is the solution. So eventually they went to Musa alayhi salam, and they asked, oh Musa, you ask your Lord what to do. Who is the murderer? What is the solution for this? We need a solution. So Musa alayhi salam said, with the response, then Musa salam always talked to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it was mentioned in the books of tafsir, some of the scholars said, that every time they ask a question, Musa alayhi salam has to travel through the mountain and talk to Allah and then come down. So he had a journey of one day going up and going down. But they always ask question and everything. So anyway, that time Musa alayhi salam said, okay, you find a cow and slaughter a cow. This is the first instruction. You find a cow and slaughter the cow. So the response from them was, are you kidding me? So the way they talked to their prophet, their Rasul, Musa alayhi salam, the way, just imagine. And this is the exact language they say. Are you making fun of us? We are asking for a solution for a murder, and you are asking to slaughter a cow. What is slaughtering a cow to do with finding a murderer? You should say something different. Then Musa alayhi salam said, this is the 2 ayah about this one. Musa alayhi salam said, A'udhu billah, meaning he's seeking refuge from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, out of the way taking. And Musa alayhi salam has a nature of losing temper. Remember his history, we'll talk about later on. Then he punched a guy, and the guy was dead almost. So he always tried to lose his temper. He was a guy like that. He was a very extrovert guy. But he's saying to Allah, oh Allah, I seek refuge from you. Don't make me from the jahilun. And we talked about the akal and jahil before. What is akal means? What is jahil means? Jahil means, doesn't mean he doesn't have education. Jahil means a guy who cannot control his emotion. He do anything, whatever he likes. So he's saying, Allah, look, the way they are talking, I'm going to lose my temper. So don't make me lose my temper, basically. Anyway, after that, Musa alayhi salam tell them, no, look, what I am telling you, this is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So go find a cow. Then they start asking questions. Okay, what type of cow is that? Then Musa alayhi salam say, this is the cow, not too old, not too young, like a middle-aged cow. So like a young cow, when a cow is very young, it's very small. When it's old, it's weak. So you want the middle one, like a strong, muscular cow. That's fine. So the first instruction was, if they had listened, there's only a cow. No quality is required. Because Musa alayhi salam said, go slaughter a cow. Then they start asking questions. They are making things difficult for them. Now they have to find a cow which is not too old, not too young, but little stronger. And then they ask the next question. What is the color of the cow? They're asking. Now they're asking too many of question, meaning they don't want to do the thing. Like, if I ask some brother to, brother, can you do this for me? Yes, brother, I can do. When do you want me to do it? How do you want me to do it? So if they ask too many questions, what are you going to say? Okay, brother, don't worry, I'll do it by myself. Something like this, So they try to avoid these things. So their intention is that they don't want to do it. So they ask the color of the cow again. Then Musa ﷺ said, he went back to the mountain, talked to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and every time Musa ﷺ said, if you read the ayah, will say, he's saying, Innahu yakulu, meaning, definitely Allah is saying this, not from me. So don't think I am giving you this option. This is Allah who's saying. So every time he's putting emphasis, look, every time you're asking question, Allah is answering you, but still you're asking question. So he said, this cow should be yellow cow. Now the yellow for a cow is a very weird color, strange color. You don't see cow with yellow. And the reason for they choose a yellow color, because the calf they used to worship, when Musa ﷺ went for 40 days, we went through that incident, they made the cow like a golden yellow, bright yellow color, the small calf. So Allah is trying to check their loyalty. Are they still, have any feelings for that shirk that they did? But that's why Allah giving these options to them. So Allah said, find a yellow cow, and it should be fine yellow cow. So they tried to find yellow cow and they couldn't find anything, any cow like yellow cow. So they're still looking and looking and looking. They came back to Musa ﷺ asking another question. Look, Musa. But this time when they ask question, now they're tired. They're exhausted. And they're saying, look, this cow matter is getting very confused. So please help us to give some more information that will be easier for us. Then Musa ﷺ said, okay, find a cow that has not been old and not been used in watering and other thing. Meaning a cow which is brand new, you can say. Like, it's never been used for the field, never been used for anything else, any other job, this kind of cow. So at the end, they found the cow. It's not here, but in the tafsir it says that they found the cow, and the cow was slaughtered. Once the cow was slaughtered, then Allah said here, I will go through the ayah number 72 and 73. Allah said, with the piece of a meat, touch that dead guy. So the dead guy, the murdered guy is still there. They haven't buried that guy. The body is lying here. So Allah saying that the cow that you slaughtered, take a piece of the meat and touch the guy who is dead. And they touched it and the guy woke up. Allah give life to that guy. And the guy woke up and he pointed that he is my murderer. He is the one who murdered. So this is how they solved the problem. But and after that also, such an incident, you're in front of your eyes with the instruction of Allah, that the guy is coming back from dead to alive. What more miracle you want? Few days back and a few years back, they were saved from Pharaoh by, the sea was depart. They walked through the sea. What a big miracle. And now they are seeing this one. And other than that, so many incidents we went through. The manna and salwa, the cloud is going on top of their head, the water coming out from the stone, all these things happening with them. But still, they turn out. And then Allah said at the end of this story, Allah saying that we did it for you so that you have akal. You don't be a jahil. Use your intellect. You try to think that what Allah is trying to say you, what Allah is trying to do you. Now very quickly, this is the whole story, so we'll just quickly go through this one. So this is the first time. The way of Bani Israel is asking question. The mention of the cow, as I said, this is the reason that the surah is called Surah Al-Baqarah. And Musa is seeking refuge from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, saying, Auzu billah, and the word jahilun means he doesn't want to be one of them who lose control, lose temper. And the second one is the 3 ayats, all the same thing about the cow. So different question about that they're asking about the cow. It should be a yellow, bright cow. And then he's saying, call up. And every time, see, they're asking, call your Lord, call your Lord. They never say this is, call Allah or something like this. They always put Allah with Musa alayhi salam. As if Musa alayhi salam and Allah, they are a separate entity and they are something separate. So he said, you call your Lord, you call your Lord, something like this. Every time you find it, this is what happening. And also they're saying that, and at the end it says, in the tafsir, one of the mentioning, there's a word called inshallah here. So last time when they come, asking for the cow, the last question, they said, inshallah we will be guided. If you tell me some more information, and because they said inshallah, one of the scholars said, because of that they found the cow. Because when Allah command you something, suppose Allah command us to pray 5 times a day. If you cannot pray 5 times, because you're too busy or something, you're lazy or whatever, basically Allah doesn't want you to pray. Allah doesn't want your ibadah. And that's why it's like a curse from you, it's not a favor. And people who are coming to Fajr, Johor, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, and Allah is allowing them to pray and come to the Jama'ah and everything, it's a favor of Allah. So performing Allah's command is a favor from Allah. So if you can perform the instruction by Allah and His Rasul, you should think that this is a blessing from Allah. Allah is giving me opportunities to do these things. But so this, because they say inshallah, Allah has allowed them. Okay, because you say inshallah, I let them find the cow and do the things that I wanted to do. And at the end, obviously they say, now Allah saying that in 70th day, why you are looking for a cow? You are looking for a cow because you have dispute among yourself as to the crime, but Allah brought the thing that you are hiding. So another thing, from the beginning, imagine one thing, from the beginning they knew who is the murderer, because the guy who is the murderer, he is already there. But they never say that this guy is murdered. They had witness from there. And another thing to mention here, just to see, and when you kill a man, you killed a man. You here means all the people of Bani Israel. But did all of them kill that man? No. Maybe one or two guys who killed the man. But Allah is pointing to everyone. And one of the ulama commented, because when a group of people do a crime, suppose all 10 people sitting here, you're one tribe, 2 people go and murder something. You witness that thing. You didn't protest them. You didn't stop them. Nobody did anything. You sit down here, you know these 2 people going and killing people. But you just supported them, but you didn't say anything and something. But every time, you'll find it in different places in the Quran, you also guilty for the same thing. That's why Allah said, all of you killed that man. You are also guilty because you didn't try to stop that, even with your tongue or your heart or anything. You said, don't care, I don't care what these 2 people do, although they're from my tribe. So that is one of the points here. And lastly, Allah said that you strike him, so you strike the dead man with a piece of the cow, and Allah brings dead to alive. And this is the ayah of Allah, the sign of Allah, so that you may understand, so that you may aqil. So this is where it's finish here. So inshallah ta'ala, tomorrow, we'll probably do 1 or 2 ayah, and we'll finish it there, because after our second quiz, this is a lot of content about Bani Israel, a lot of incidents here. The incident of monkey, incident of the cow. So maybe the content will be too much. So tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala, about all this incident, Allah give an example. Allah always give example. We had the example of the mosquito before. We have the example of the people who are in a storm and everything. So Allah will give a very beautiful example. The next ayah number 74, we'll talk about it, inshallah, tomorrow. That is the example about the heart of the people. Remember, this surah started with 3 kinds of people. People who believe, people who are munafiqun, and people who don't believe, the disbeliever. So Allah talks about the 3 kinds of hearts. Tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala, we'll do it. Jazakallahu khair. Wa akhir dawana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.